G'day traders, welcome to wrap up of Monday, December 5th. So when we started today, the market gapped over the weekend up 3 points. Then by the time we got to the open, the pre-market had a bit of a rally and it was up about 20 points from the close of Friday. So looking at the dailies charts, definitely in an uptrend. It's been a lot of green days. You just got to be wary, I guess, at this stage of the sellers. A bit like when you're looking at a 1 minute chart. No one ever likes to take a trade when when the trend is overextended. And we get to that stage with the buyers, so definitely buyers around. That's the trend, but the sellers at some stage are going to come back and definitely create a pullback, and it's something to be very wary of. So we started, as I said, we're up 20 points towards the open. Very slow start to the week. Pretty much just went between a couple of power points here, rallied up a little bit, then started to pull back. But overall, the entire morning was really quite slow. I mean, this is lunchtime here, and you can see we've only had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power points hit. Just about here, there was a 5-minute signal came up to the buy side. So even though it did work, not the best of signals. Typically, it's quite a shallow pullback. We like to see it pull back, at least to 1260, get some power, and then see the buyers come back with some conviction and give you some guarantee that the market is going to head up. Even though this one did work, it's definitely an under 50% area where a lot of times it won't go. So not the best of chances there. Pretty much pushed sideways through lunchtime. It was about here that there was a little bit of an opportunity. Definitely had to be quick on the trigger, but predictive started to cross to the downside right here, and everything on the 5-minute chart started to show a bit of downwards movement. You can see so far for the day we pushed up, pulled back, pushed up. No conviction in the buyers. I've had a couple of goes. They're not really going anywhere. It's now getting towards the afternoon session. So the chances of the sellers coming, and bearing in mind, on the dailies too, we are definitely due for a pullback. This area, even though it looks like it could have been news affected, but the predictives did cross to the downside. So we had a pullback. So it was this power fade here that definitely had a little bit of opportunity if you're quick on the trigger, I guess, and also just a little bit aware of what's going on. So it's always worth watching the predictives on the 5-minute chart. So I'd say that's pretty much one of the opportunities of the day, and you can see quite a heavy sell-off, really heavy there. Fell from 64 right down to 53, so over 10 points. But yeah, lot going on in the European market at this particular stage, so that would have been news driven as well. You can see the yellow power point here held the market up really nicely and basically turned the market around. There's a lot more of these starting to work now. Then we come up to this purple power point. It's held the market as well, so it's going with the downward trend now. It's pulled back, the purple's held, and it pushed the market back down. Then we've gone sideways again, and then a little bit more news affected area here. So even though there's a bit of movement here, you can see very erratic, very news driven. The market certainly got no pattern or no formation about it, and pretty much untradable. So quite a tough day. Very, very limited as far as opportunities goes. Let me bring over the 5-minute chart. It's these kind of days, I guess, you just got to really be on the ball, and if you see an opportunity, you got to make sure you grab them. But this is the 5-minute, and only 5-minute here, so you can see we pushed up. Very shallow pullback, so we want a bit more of a pullback, and then some pressure to the upside before taking one like that. And then it was this area here where it started to, a lot of pressure started to form on the downside, so it started to push down, pull back. There was that power fade entry down here before pushing and making lower lows again. So this is probably the area of the day where the most opportunity presented. But apart from that, it was very limited, and you can see then in the afternoon, very big erratic candles. You're seeing red, then green, red, green. Definitely no formation towards the afternoon there, and news driven. So that's a wrap up for Monday. Hopefully Tuesday will have a little bit more action and maybe a little bit more formation as well.